You're not running away from me, naked man. That's what you get for... What are you... Oh, Sailor wants to fight. Are you sure you want to do this barehanded, my friend? Alrighty. Well, you know what? It's your funeral. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Falcon one-shot. Today on the agenda, we have Way of the Samurai 4, which I'm actually really excited to be bringing to you. Now, what is Way of the Samurai 4? You're probably asking. That's a very good question. But the Way of the Samurai games, how they normally work out is that they're these open-world, feudal Japan samurai games. So they kind of throw you into a land where there happens to be a big overall conflicting story that goes around you, but then it's up to you to figure out whether you want to follow the game's story or just kind of carve your own little story in the sense where you're either going to be a good guy, help the people out, be a bad guy, be a robber, be a crime fighter, and it's kind of up to you to figure out, well, what am I going to do, when am I going to do it? But enough talk about it, let's actually get in here and actually show you what we're talking about here. So let's load our game. I have a save ready to go. So loading into the save right now, what we've done is actually skipped over the introduction to the tutorial, how to fight, how to pick up items, certain basic controllers of the game itself, and we've also skipped over a big portion of the introduction story, which is actually has to do with that boat over here. So what's happening right now in this land is that Japan and Britain is actually kind of trying to develop a little bit of a coalition where they're going to be trading and exporting items between each nation. Now, on the other coin, or the other side of the coin itself, you have a few of the extremist natives which don't want anything to do with Britain, feel that Britain is going to come over here and actually, take advantage of Japan itself. They don't want anything to do with any sort of outsiders or foreigners. This naked is going to fall over. Yeah, you would fall over. Huh? Get over here. Get your ass over here. You're not running away from me, naked man. That's what you get for... What are you... Oh, Sailor wants to fight. Are you sure you want to do this barehanded, my friend? Alrighty. Well, you know what? It's your funeral. Now, I'm pretty sure this is probably not ideal for relationships with Britain, because this guy doesn't really seem Japanese too much, but we'll see. He's talking Japanese, although he's dead now. Alrighty. Let me just go over here and loot his body if I can. Any sort of money on you? No? Okay. Well, let's just pretend I just didn't kill... Oh, I'm just going to leave now if you don't mind. That right there should be a police officer. A constable, yeah. Now, look at this guy over here. He's going to run over there and they're going to actually try to loot him. Yeah, look at it. It's just like, dead dude, huh? Let me just go ahead and start patting him down for any sort of items. We have a thug over here, too. Wait, how you doing, thug? Hey, you want to throw down? Huh? Just poke you in the butt right there, huh? Oh, yeah. Get my swipe on over here is my... Yeah, I wanted to show off the special skill here. So this right here is actually triggering a special skill which will be activated when that little bar in the middle actually fills up completely. Now what this does is that it lets you actually combo some attacks in, so when you're actually fighting a number of enemies at one time, you'll be able to do... oh, sorry, constable. I just killed a thug over here. But it was an honorable duel, so please don't arrest me. Everything's fine? Alright, let me go ahead and pick up this sword here if you don't mind. That's mine now, my friend, because you died. You're still alive? No, you're not alive. I'm just ragdogging your body around. Alright? I said ragdolling, not raw dogging. That would be, a little bit sick. But anyway, that's just to give you an idea as to the freedom of the game itself, right? Now, over here you could buy some items. Over here I believe you could go into a sauna if I'm right. But I want to show off some of the storyline progression in case you want to open up some of the quests for yourself. Actually, while we're here, what's actually pretty cool about this? These are going to be, obviously, people from Britain, right? Some of the people that come over to establish some trade rounds, aristocrats, so to say. But because they're British... I don't understand what they're saying. That's actually pretty cool, right? You can't understand. I'm not sure if you actually down the line be able to open that up, but for now, we can't really do much. And you have a choice right here. I could say, hey, or I'm allowed to kill you if I want to. Again, the openness of the game itself is actually really ideal in that regard because, if you just want to be a complete scumbag, you obviously have the right to do so. Now, what I want to do really quickly is come over here. What are you guys doing? Couriers, huh? Any mail for me? No? Alrighty, go F yourself. Yeah, I'm looking to stay for a spell. You got that right. I will stay. You can offer me a room, the Yume room and the Take room. Is it the Take room or Take? I'm pretty sure it's probably Take. A fairly nice homey room that's quite conductive to relaxation, restores 750 life and 750 vitality. We just need to sleep here just to wait till evening comes around, so I'll do the Ume room. And I want to stay here until this evening. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm aiming for here. So right now I have the choice. Do I want to pay or not? You know what? I don't feel like paying. Oh, the bodyguard, you want to fight it out because I don't want to pay my tab? That's fine. Let's see how this... oh, good God, he's actually kind of strong. I could tell because even though I'm jacking him up right now, he's barely losing any sort of health here. I'm not too thrilled about my decision, right, because we might die. Now, If we start taking a look right now at our stats here at the lower left corner, you will notice that green bar that is obviously an indication of our health. Now, the purple bar itself, I am pretty sure... Oh, good God, we're just wrecking this entire place out, huh? The purple bar itself, I am pretty sure is going to be the vitality or the duration of the weapon itself. They do have a tendency to break. You will have to take them over to... Oh, good God, one swipe was enough for this shit, huh? We're so boned. Oh, no, don't take your... No, I just wanted to leave. I'm leaving. I am leaving right now, my friend. Fuck your shit forever. So now that it's evening, you actually... One of the first things you can trigger really easily would be this mission over here, which is actually really easy. This is, Since we're talking in Japanese, I would just kind of speak over this here meanwhile. I don't normally like doing this, but, you know, since you're probably reading as opposed to just listening, it works out. Right now they'll give me a little bit of a mission in terms of going down a cave, nobody's ever returned alive, blah, 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 blah. Who this guy is actually one of the main magistrates from the Japanese and British coalition. He's kind of like the one trying to keep the peace, I suppose, between the extremists saying no to Britain being in town, right? So right now we have an action. Seems like manly fun or not interested. We're gonna go with manly fun, because why not? No! Hosta! Aria! Aria! I'm sorry, I have no idea what I just said, but I don't think those were even actual Japanese words, and those are just me just grunting. But as I was saying, he's one of the main dudes from the Japanese-British coalition, and if you decide to go down the extremist path right off the bat, you actually have to fight him. And that's the reason why I decided to go with the good guy, or not the good guy, but at least the coalition path early on, because he will... Well, okay, man. Okay, you want me to walk alongside of you? He's very, demanding, too, about you walking next to him. He doesn't like it when you get ahead of him, and he doesn't like it when you fall back behind. As we're walking over here, we'll be able to pick up some items as we go along, so it's about, it's up to us to kind of keep our eyes open about this whole thing here. But yeah, if you want to go down the extremist path early in the game, right, as a matter of fact, right after the introduction, you have to fight this guy over here, and he is not a walk in the park. I have to imagine if you want to do that early on, it's probably in your best interest to do a few runs, level up a bit more, unlock some more items, so when you actually do fight him, you probably have a better chance of succeeding, because otherwise, you're gonna have to really get good to beat this guy. And let me tell you, I am not at that level right now. There's, you wanna go down this path over here, dog? I just want to pick up this, origami. Yeah! Oh, it's rotten, though. Well, I guess it would make sense considering we're in some sort of damp, or I should say dank. Don't get mad, I'm sorry, the guy got in my way, what can I say? Look what you did, you have him yelling at me again, you jerk. Why don't you, by the way, why don't you put some fucking pants on, alright? What is that all about, just wearing a kimono with no pants? Where's your honor all at, dog? This guy's got pants on, and he's got some sort of weird leggings going on. Do I have pants on? I think I do. Anyway, well, what is that? Oh, it wasn't monsters after all, these are actually some of the extremists. The xenophobes. When got some off guard and show them the bright steel of justice. Shibra! Anyway, stop. Gotta stop that. Alrighty, so now, I had a bit of an action. I didn't take an action in time. Alrighty. Well, normally, actions will lead to certain paths, again, splitting up from the main story itself. More than likely, if I had to imagine, that was going to give me an option to either flee, or maybe say, fuck you, magistrate, I would have joined the scene of Hope suddenly. And again, most of your choices will indeed lead to different aspects down the line. So these guys are relatively my level, so as you can imagine, a lot easier to fight than that amazing bodyguard that I fought over there at the... Apparently the Holiday Inn. What's really cool about that, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I actually tripped over that... Yeah, I tripped over that table right there. And check this out. You could actually get up by doing an attack, and you could actually... Look, let me see if I can stumble again. Fall back again, please. I want to show... There's a little bit of a kicking mechanic you could do from the ground, in case you do trip over a body or an environment as well. Well, there's the ground attack I wanted to show off right there, but you might want to get up, my friend. Get up! Excuse me. Get up. Don't loot bodies right now, we're in the middle of a fight! Alrighty, let's just finish this guy off already because this is becoming a little bit nuisance at this point. Alrighty, after much comical Benny Hill theme music playing in your head, we're done here. Now you got it. You know, I made a good impression of the magistrate. He probably just had a good time laughing at me over here, tripping over bodies the entire time. But anyway, there you go. A little taste of Way of the Samurai 4. If you would like to see a bit more of the game itself on the channel, let me know. I actually would not mind playing this for a bit longer because it's a really fun game, even if I'm over here just meandering about and just messing around and tripping over bodies. But yeah, definitely fun game. Check it out if you want to check it out for yourself. I believe it comes out on the 23rd, and if you buy it before the 23rd, there is like a 40% off sale going on right now. I think it's only $15 right now, too, if you buy it before it releases on the 23rd, so I guess one of those pre-purchase deals, blah, 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 whatever. If you're interested in it, store page or the description should have a link to the store page itself. Otherwise, let me know what you thought. Leave a thumbs up. I will catch you next time.